Hello everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the session today. Hope you all can hear me. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you all for confirming. Thanks for joining today. So we are going to start with today is our first demo for the Google Cloud Data Engineering. So today we are going to discuss about two things, guys. So let me gonna tell you the agenda for today's session. First, we are going to see what is data engineering. So we will try to understand uh, in a data engineering what are the all stages and steps will be there. And after that, we will also see the role of a data engineer. If I wanted to become the data engineer, what are the skills that we need to learn? All of those details we will try to understand. And after that, I will also talk about the Google Cloud Platform. What is Google Cloud Platform? And what is the major advantage of using the Google Cloud Platform over the other cloud platforms such as AWS and Azure? And we will also talk about the data engineering tools that are available in the Google Cloud Platform. And then the third topic that we are going to see is the course curriculum. So what is the course curriculum? What are the course that we are going to cover? And after that, I will talk about the course details, such as what are the timings for the course and the duration for the course. So everything I'm going to detail, I will tell about today's, guys. So this is the agenda for today's session. If you guys have any questions in between, you can raise your hand, or else we will also be having a Q&A session at the end of the our session. Okay, after discussing all of these details, we will have a Q&A session, that is questions and answer session. We will discuss about if you guys have any questions related to how this course will be helpful for you to get the job, and how many years of experience is required for this job to get the job. All of those details we will discuss at the end. Okay, so hope that is clear. Are we guys ready to talk about the data engineering? Can you guys confirm? Hope I'm audible and hope all you can see my screen as well. Is that clear? Okay, great. Thank you guys. So let me start with what is data engineering. It is, yeah, sorry guys, have not introduced myself, right? So let me introduce myself also before starting these sessions. My name is Shaik Saidhul, guys. Okay, my name is Shaik Saidhul. I have total 8+ years of experience into IT. Currently, I'm working as a solution architect at a company called Quantec, and I'm also a consultant at Databricks. I'm a consultant at Databricks. So my full-time job is at a solution architect at Quantec. I'm also part-time at a consultant as a Databricks, and I have total 2 years of training experience, teaching experience. I'm also a corporate trainer. I also teach for the corporate, for the companies like Rakuten and Synergy. So there are few companies where I teach Google Cloud Data Engineering as well as Google Cloud DevOps Engineering as a corporate trainings. So that is also I'll do. And I have completed my master's degree from National Institute of Technology. So I'm Tech from NIT Trichy, guys. I'm Tech from NIT Trichy. So this is my all about me, guys. So Sheikh Saidhul, I have completed my master's degree from National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. I do have total 8+ years of experience into the data and AI world. I am currently working as a solution architect at Quantec and also consultant to Databricks. And I do have total 2 years of teaching experience. Okay, and out of that, more than 1 year, I've been teaching for the corporates also. Okay, so for mainly for the Google Cloud Platform, data engineering, implementing solutions, and end-to-end providing the solutions for that. And this is all about me. Hope that is clear, right? Now, let us enter into what is data engineering. Okay, So what we will see is that what is actually the data engineering. For example, because sir, I wanted to become a GCP data engineer, but if you do not know what is data engineering, that's a waste of time. Okay, so first let us see what is data engineering. So data engineering is very simple. We need to process the data. We need to clean the data. We need to analyze the data. In a very simple words, let me gonna tell you. See here. So a company like Flipkart. Let me gonna take a very simple example. Flipkart. Take a Flipkart application. Flipkart may be having the applications. Flipkart may be getting the data from some other databases. Flipkart may be having some other details, the data coming from some logs or sensor devices. So Flipkart is one of the company. What the Flipkart wanted to do is that the Flipkart wanted to increase their sales, or Flipkart wanted to understand their customer behavior, or the Flipkart wanted to increase the customer accounts. I mean, the number of customers it wanted to increase. So if Flipkart wanted to do any kind of these details, like understanding the customer behavior, or improving their sales, or increasing the customer base, if they wanted to do all of these things, the Flipkart has to understand its own business. It has to understand its own business, the current business. If it try to understand it, then they can able to understand all of these details. But if they wanted to understand, they are having the data in some other databases, or applications, or web servers, or sensor devices, like such as log formats. So what they have to do, they have to understand this data. If they wanted to understand this data, they first store this data. Then the data may not be in a usable format. Then they have to process this data. Once they process, they have to analyze this data, analyze the data. So what they are trying to do is that if they wanted to improve their sales, they need to understand the data better. If they understand the data better, or if they try to analyze the data, those analysis will give some kind of insights. Those analysis will give some kind of a insight. For every business, this is the use case, guys, I'm telling you. So for every business, if they wanted to understand their own business or improve their business, they have to analyze the data. If they wanted to analyze the data, before that the data has to be properly cleaned, prepared. It should be in a proper format to analyze it. If they wanted to process the data, they need to first store the data by getting the data from these multiple data sources. So you store the data, you process the data, you analyze the data. When you're doing the analysis, those analysis will give you some kind of insights which will improve your business, which will be very useful to improve your business. So this is what is data engineering, sir. In a data engineering, if I have to clearly tell, in a data engineering, sorry, what is this? Why it is not getting clear? Okay, yeah. In a data engineering, for every business, they are getting the data from some application, or some file formats, or maybe some databases, or maybe some IoT devices or sensor devices. So for every business, they are getting the data from multiple data sources such as applications or files or databases or IoT devices. The very first activity for me to do is that I wanted to store the data, extract the data from these multiple data sources, try to store it in a single location called data lake. Nowadays, data lakes are very famous. Data lake is nothing but a location where we can able to store the data, any amount of data, any number of files, any format of the data also we can store here. Okay, so a data lake, what we are trying to do, we are extracting the data from these data sources, we are storing the data here. We are storing the data into the data lake. As I told you, the data that we got from the data sources may not be directly usable to do the analysis. If you wanted to do the analysis, the data has to be in a proper format, and data has to be properly cleaned. If you are not cleaning the data, if it has some kind of a null values, or if it has some kind of a duplicate values, So that's where whatever the reports that you have generated from the analysis may not be giving you the proper improvement for the business, because the data itself it is having the inaccuracies which leads to the inaccurate results. So that is the reason what we try to do is that we do the data processing. Okay, we try to add some kind of a value to the data. So because you are getting the data from these data sources, it may have duplicates, it may have some kind of a null values, and it may wanted to convert the format, because the format at the source is different, the format to do the analysis is different. So that is the reason you try to do the data processing to prepare the data for the analysis purpose. To prepare the data for the analysis purpose, there are plenty of frameworks available for doing the data processing. And once you do the data processing, you send the data to the data warehouses for the analysis purpose. You send the data to the data warehouses for the analysis purpose. Okay, you got the data from the multiple data sources. You stored into a one single location called a data lake, and you have done a data processing to add the value to your data, and you send the data to the data warehouse. In the data warehouses, most of the data warehouses comes up with a built-in query engine which is capable of running the SQL queries. So with the help of the simple language called SQL, you can able to run some analysis reports. You can able to create some analysis queries which will give you some kind of insights. Those insights are very useful for the BI. Those insights are very useful for the machine learning. Those insights are very useful for the data scientist. This data or these insights are very useful for the business groups. Okay, so what we do, so on top of the BI, whatever the data that we have properly cleaned, right? So on top of that, the business intelligence people try to create some kind of a dashboards and reports. So that's the reason you are nowadays seeing Power BI or Tableau developer. What they try to do? They try to create some kind of a dashboards and reports, right? And on the other hand, you have a ML engineer. What they try to do on top of the data warehouse data, or on top of this data lakes data, they are going to create some kind of a machine learning model. And one more thing is that on the other hand, you have a data scientist. What they try to do, they try to use this data to find the future trends. To find the future trends, they are again utilizing the data that was processed by you. And the one more business group people will be there who are the decision makers. So they try to take some kind of a decision from these insight tables which you have done in the data warehouse. Insight tables. Okay, so that is the reason nowadays you are seeing Flipkart big billion days or Amazon live sales. So these are all the sales actually come from the insights that was done by the data engineering only. Okay, so that is the reason, guys. Business needs to get some kind of insights for its own improvement purpose. If that insights has to be done, you have to do the data engineering properly. So a data engineering for every business gives you some kind of insights. Those insights are very important for them to understand it. Someone wanted to understand their last year to this year sales. Someone wanted to understand the customer base. Someone wanted to understand the customer count, how it was last year, this year. Someone wanted to understand the insights to improve their business. So anything if you wanted to do, you need to do the data engineering, guys. Okay, in a data engineering, we are engineering the data, we are processing the data, we are transforming the data, we are adding some kind of a value to the data. That is the reason data engineer is one of the top notch jobs, guys. I'm telling you, highly paid job. So out of DevOps and even machine learning engineer, also data engineer is being the highly paid job from last decade, I would say. Okay, so in a data engineering, you are getting the data from multiple data formats, multiple data sources. You are getting the data from some application, some file format, some databases, some IoT devices. You extract the data from these and you send the data to the data lake, and then you do the data processing, and then you do the data warehousing, and you send the data to the BI people or ML people or data scientists or business groups. And one more important aspect is that throughout this platform, throughout this data engineering, we need to make sure that the data is properly accurate and clean. The data has to be properly accurate and clean. Okay, so the throughout this platform, the data has to be properly accurate and clean. And one more thing is that we need to ensure the completeness of the data. We need to ensure the completeness of the data. That is something that when you're getting the some 100 records of the data, you need to send the 100 records of the data. So that is to make sure that your data is complete. And one more is accurate. Make sure that you have some amount of data, one record, that same amount of record has to be available at the destination also, because it should not create any other data, it should not create any extra elements also. So data has to be complete, making sure that the entire data is available at the source and destination. And one more thing is that it has to be accurate. And one more thing, we need to monitor these pipelines, because we don't want it to do all of these activities manually. If you are doing it manually, because you are not a good data engineer. So we don't do the things manually, we automate the things using the multiple data processing systems or multiple pipelines. By creating the multiple pipelines, we are going to making sure that everything worked in a automated fashion. Everything is working in a automated fashion. So this is what we do, sir. Okay, so this is what is data engineering. In a simple words, if you ask me what is data engineering, I would say data engineering is a process of collecting the data, organizing the data, preparing a large amounts of the data that can be easily used and analyzed. Okay, that can be easily used and analyzed. So this is what is data engineering. For doing these activities, it may involve some kind of a systems and infrastructure to be designed that allow us to capture the data, store the data, process the data, and efficiently access the data. Okay, so data engineering is a definition. This is a definition, sir. So if you wanted to do this data engineering, we may have to design the systems, we may have to build the infrastructure, we may have to process the data, transform the data. All of those things are very much important for the data engineering. In our upcoming sessions, we are going to mainly focus on how to store the data efficiently, how to process the data efficiently, how to optimize the data efficiently, we will see. And in our upcoming sessions, what we are going to discuss, or if you ask me, so we will go as a role of a data engineer, because whatever the data engineer nowadays are doing, we will focus on our course also, because this course is more of a job oriented program, guys. For next 2 months, it is a job oriented program where we are moving towards the job. We don't want it to just learn something and leave it. Okay, we don't want it to just learn something theoretically. This job is more of a practical. 80% is practical, 20% is theoretical. Okay, everything we wanted to implement it here, everything we wanted to create an end-to-end pipeline here, we wanted to transform the data here. We don't want it to just learn something theoretically and leave it. Okay, this is the role of a data engineer, I will tell you. So we need to know how to collect the data from the multiple data sources. That is nothing but one of the important aspect is data acquisition. Data acquisition is nothing but collecting the data from multiple data sources, collecting the data from multiple data sources. And then we need to make sure that we need to know how to store the data properly, how to store the data properly, and which solution we are going to use the data storage purpose. Is that solution is providing the access control capabilities? Is the solution providing you the end-to-end encryption capabilities? So we need to think of all of those things, because we just don't want it to write an SQL query, Python query. That is not a data engineer. So a data engineer, one of the strength is to write the SQL and Python and PySpark. That is not end of the data engineering. The data engineering is tells you is that you need to come up with a proper solution which you are utilizing it for data engineering. So for example, if you are using it for data storage, whether that particular tool is scalable or not, and it is providing you the end-to-end encryption capabilities or not, and are we able to control the access to the data or not. So we are going to think in that perspective. Okay, we don't want it to just write SQL query, Python query for the data processing. That is not the end of the job. And one more thing is that we need to efficiently process the data. We need to efficiently process the data. Some people come up with an SQL code, but that is not 100% good way of writing the SQL. So we need to come up with an efficiently optimized code, which is very useful for data processing. So that is also we will see in our upcoming sessions. And one more thing is that quality and governance is very, very, very important for us. Data quality and data governance. You may be thinking that, sir, data quality is not in my job, and you may be thinking, but throughout the ladder, when you are working as a junior data engineer, senior data engineer, when you go for the architecture position, you need to make sure that the data quality has to be accurate throughout the platform. You need to convey to your client saying that whatever we are dealing with a very quality code and quality data. So such kind of a things you need to provide the confidence to your client. And one more is system integration. As I told you, we are going to integrate multiple systems because we don't want it to do the things manually. As a data engineers, we are lazy. We are very lazy that we don't want it to do the things manually. We automate the things and we provide those solutions to the client. Okay, we automate everything, and we will see in our upcoming sessions how do we automate the things. Okay, which is very important for the data engineers, guys. And performance optimization is one of the very, very, very important aspect. Even you go for an interview also, without this question, you will not come out of the interview. Performance optimization is one of the important topic where, so if you are running some query which is taking a lot of time, how do you optimize it? You are running some PySpark code, how do you optimize the PySpark cluster size or PySpark code? Can you tell me some optimization techniques that you have followed in your company? So which is very, very important aspect that we need to understand. And one more thing, monitoring and maintenance, which is final important and very, very important aspect also, that if you are running some pipeline and it is failing, that means the downstream people are getting the wrong data. If the pipeline is failed, that means the data is not processed and you are sending the still you are sending some data. That's where the downstream people are not getting the proper data. So that's where the business is going to be down. So that is the reason you always monitor the pipelines. If something goes wrong, you fix it as soon as possible. If something goes wrong, you fix it as soon as possible. You maintain your pipelines with proper versions. You do the upgrades properly. You change the tools, you change the versions. So you take care of all of these things. Okay, so this is what is the role of a data engineer, sir. If I have to talk about your main is focus is on here, which is 60 to 70%. All other are 10, 5%, 5%, 5%, but everything is very important. Okay, you mainly working on this activity only, but all other things are also very important. So this is how it works, guys. Okay, in our upcoming sessions we will see how we can able to process this data. So this is what is data engineering, guys. Hope you got some idea about data engineering. Sir, can you tell me tools for data lake? If you ask me for the data lake, you have a Google Cloud Storage, you have a HDFS. If you go to the AWS, you have a S3 buckets. If you go to the Azure, you have a Azure Blob Storages. So these are the four tools that can be used as a data lake. For data processing, you can use Glue, you can use Dataproc in the Google Cloud platform, you can use Data Flow, You can use data bricks also. These are all different tools for data processing, guys. And for data warehousing, you can use BigQuery, you can use Synapse Analytics, you can use Redshift. So these, and you can also use Hive. So these are all the multiple tools that are available for these things. And for data governance, you have a multiple tools also. And to create this pipeline, you have a Airflow or Composer to making sure orchestrating all of these things. For streaming data ingestion, here you have two types of ingestion: batch data ingestion, streaming data ingestion. For streaming data, you can use PubSub. Batch data, you can use some links, and GCS you can use it for. Okay, so this is all we are going to see, guys, in our upcoming sessions. Okay, so you see here, guys, this is data engineering. This is role of a data engineer. Okay, so let me gonna take a pause. If you guys have any questions on the data engineering, you can ask me. Don't go beyond the data engineering. If you guys have any questions related to the data engineering, you ask me, please. Please raise your hand and you can ask me now. If anyone have any questions, please. Yes, Raghav Prasad. Yes, Raghav. Raghav, you have any question? Yeah. That I will talk about it. Okay, we have not talked about Google Cloud Platform. Okay, if you have any questions related to the Google data engineering, you just ask me, guys. I will talk about Google Cloud Platform in next few minutes. Yeah, those things we will see. Okay, don't worry about it. So if you have any question related to the experience, or if you have any questions related to the job, or if you have any questions related to the course curriculum, we will see all of those things. If you are not able to understand what is data engineering, let us try to go that way. So whatever the topic that we have completed, we will only have a questions on that particular topic. Okay, so that way we will go, so that it will be very good for each and every person, because there are plenty of people here, so that they may get confused, right? Okay. Yeah. Yes. Pradeep, it's not ETL, it's everything. Data engineering is not just ETL, it's about everything. So that's what I told you. So you may be thinking that data processing, you are just focusing on the data processing and you are saying ETL. Okay, so ETL is one part of it. Data pipeline is different, ETL pipeline is different. Okay, and data governance is pipelines, the integration, performance optimization, these are all comes into the data engineering only. Yeah, everything will be covered. Okay, ETL, ELT, everything will be covered. Yes. Okay. Yes. So let us take, see, people are asking the questions about the curriculum. Okay. So people are asking the questions about the curriculum. What we will do is that I will cover the Google Cloud Platform. What is Google Cloud Platform also? And then we go to the course curriculum. And once I explain the course curriculum, if you still have a questions related to that, so that will be very easy for us to easily tackle those questions. Okay, so let me do what, guys. So I will tell you what is Google Cloud Data Engineering as well as course curriculum, because we will go with a very clean idea. Because I've been teaching the Google Cloud Platform with the data engineering and DevOps from the last 2 years with a very clean mindset, or with very good approach of telling you guys. I will teach you everything in a very proper manner. So try to understand it. We will go with a proper, you know, yeah, proper schedule. So let me gonna tell you one thing, guys. What is Google Cloud Platform? So some people may have already heard about AWS. Some people might have heard about Azure, and very few people might have heard about GCP. Okay, sir, AWS, I heard about it. Azure, I heard about it. Sir, GCP, nowadays I'm hearing, but what is actually GCP, sir? So let's not look at GCP first. Let us see what is AWS, what is Azure, what is GCP. So AWS, Azure, and GCP, all these three are the leading cloud providers. What are them, sir? These are the cloud providers. These are the leading cloud providers. Can you guys tell me what they provide to us? Can anyone tell me what is these leading cloud providers provide to us? Correct. Perfect. Correct. Perfect. So So the cloud providers providing you the services which are helpful for your organizations to build the application, deploy the application, process your data, store your data, analyze your data, create a machine learning model, taking care of the networking, creating a artificial intelligence, all of these things. So if you wanted to use anything in Google Cloud Platform, for example, sir, the cloud providers provide you the cloud computing services. I would say computing services they provide you. Cloud computing services. What are these services are used for, sir? These services are very useful for the organizations to build the application, to store the data, to process the data, whatever I told you just now, if you remember, storing the data, processing the data, analyzing the data, and if one wanted to do the networking details, if one wanted to create a machine learning model, so all of these things that you can take care of on your own without worrying about the infrastructure, because cloud providers provides you the infrastructure as a service to you, or application as a service to you, or platform as a service to you, so that by using those services one can build the applications, one can store the data, one can process the data, one can deploy the applications, one can create the machine learning processes. So that is what is the benefit that you are going to get without creating infrastructure, without creating your own headache. So creating the infrastructure is one of the headache, guys. Companies having the one of the biggest headache is that infrastructure. So infrastructure itself is taken care by the cloud providers now. So that is the biggest advantage that the most of the people or most of the companies are moving towards the cloud platforms. Okay, so this is what is AWS, Azure, and GCP. In a very simple words, in a very layman words, if I have to talk about, they are the cloud providers providing you the cloud computing services. And we rent those services. We are renting those services for some amount of period, and we do the building our application. We use it because our projects are having a fixed time, right? So your project may be 3 months, your project may be 1 year, your project may be 2 years. So for that period you may be renting these cloud computing services to build the application, to store the data or process the data, for creating a machine learning models, or for taking care of the big data, or taking care of application deployment, or scaling the application. So you take care of all of these things without creating your or without managing your infrastructure. So that is what is the cloud platforms provide you the benefit. So one of such cloud platform, and recently very highly growing cloud platform, is Google Cloud Platform. So we are focusing on the Google Cloud Platform. It's like this, guys. If you go to the supermarket, you will be having a multiple varieties of the chocolate. Yes or no? If you go to a supermarket, you will be having multiple varieties of the chocolate. You may be having a dairy milk, you may be having a Kit Kat, you may be having a Milky Bar. So that is how the difference between them. So these are all same varieties of the same different varieties of the chocolates, but all of them are the chocolates only. They provide you the cloud computing services for you. These services are doing very good benefit to you guys. Sir, can you show me the definition? So this is what is definition, sir. The definition is that Google Cloud Platform is a cloud computing service provider that provides you the range of products and solutions for the organizations to build and deploy the solutions and services in the cloud. So cloud computing services is provided by the Google that offers range of products and solutions to help the organizations build, deploy, and scale the applications and services in the cloud. So now it makes very sense by looking at the definition, guys. So look at here. Google Cloud Platform is a suite of cloud computing services provided by the Google that offers range and products and solutions for the organizations to build, deploy, and scale and application services in the cloud. And these services are highly reliable, secure, and scalable infrastructure that enables businesses to leverage the power of Google's extensive global infrastructure as well as data center. Even in India also, we have two data centers available in Mumbai, okay, and Delhi. In India also, we have two data centers for the Google Cloud Plan that is there in the Mumbai region as well as Delhi region. Okay, so this is how Google Cloud Platform. What is Google Cloud Platform? If you ask me, it is just a leading cloud provider to provide you the cloud computing services. These services are very useful for the companies to build the application, to deploy the application, to scale the applications and services in the cloud. And these services are highly reliable, secure, and providing you the end-to-end scalable infrastructure. Okay, so this is what is Google Cloud Platform, sir. Sir, can you show me what are the services that the GCP is providing you? Can you name them through? If you ask me, these are the few services that the GCP is providing you. It is providing you the category of services like compute services, identity and security services, management tools, networking services, big data services, storage and database services, and machine learning services. Google Cloud Platform providing you the cloud variety category of services such as compute. In a compute, you have a compute engine, app engine, container engine, registry functions. If you go to the big data, you have BigQuery, Dataflow, Dataproc, Data Lab, PubSub. Go to the storage and database, cloud storage, Bigtable, data storage, SQL persistent. So you have a plenty of services here, and you can use. If you wanted to store the data, sir, I go to the cloud storage. Sir, I wanted to set up my database, I go to the cloud SQL. Sir, I wanted to analyze the data, sir, I will go to the BigQuery. Sir, I wanted to do the data processing, sir, I will go to the data flow and data proc. So for each and every activity that a data engineer wanted to do, you have a separate tool available here in the Google Cloud Platform. Sir, I wanted to do the data processing, you have tools available. Sir, I wanted to do the data storage, you have the services available. Data governance tools available. Data orchestration, you have a tools available. So for every individual activity that you wanted to do, you have a separate service available in the Google Cloud Platform. So that is what is the benefit that you are going to get from these services. Okay, from these services that you are going to get this kind of a benefit. Sorry, that I will tell you guys. Wait a minute. For a few minutes, wait. I will tell you the course curriculum. Okay. Yeah. So if you have, sorry guys. So this is how these are the a set of cloud computing services provided by the Google Cloud Platform, and try to understand what is Google Cloud Platform. Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider providing you the cloud computing services. These services are highly reliable, highly secure, and scalable infrastructure that enables for the organizations to build and deploy their applications and services in the cloud platforms. Okay, so this is what is cloud platforms are. These are the GCP service portfolio. And now tell me, so I'm going to go and tell you each and every topic that we are going to discuss in a very detail. If you still have a questions, you can ask me at the end. Okay, so in next 5 minutes, I'm going to talk about the course curriculum, course outline that we are going to discuss for the next 2 months. Our course duration is 2 months, guys. I'm going to tell you the course overview. First, we are going to start with the cloud basics, guys. So 1 minute, let me change this name. I'm going to talk about cloud basics. This is cloud basics. So we will be starting with cloud basics, guys. Okay. So if you wanted to understand the Google Cloud Platform or in any other cloud platform, so you need to understand the cloud basics. We need to understand the cloud basics first. 1 minute, guys. Right. Okay, sorry guys. So we will try to understand the cloud basics. The very first topic that we are going to see tomorrow is that cloud overview. We must understand why we need the cloud platform and what is the difference between on-premises and cloud platforms. So if you don't understand the how people were working 10 years before, you don't appreciate the technology of the cloud. So I will take you 10 years before and I will try to help you why we need the cloud platforms, how people were working 10 years before, and how the currently people are working. So we are going to see here the difference between the on-premises and cloud platforms. With a new scenario, I'm going to tell you that tomorrow. And the next thing is that what is Google Cloud Platform? Why we learn the Google Cloud Platform, the GCP opportunities, certifications, so all of these things. So these are all two things that we are going to cover tomorrow. These two things we are going to cover tomorrow, guys. Okay, so after that, we will be starting GCP interfaces. Sir, as I told you, sir, we have a plenty of services in the Google Cloud Platform. Sir, I wanted to work with those services. Can you tell me what are the interfaces available? So we have console to interact with the GCP services, which is a web-based graphical user interface. We have a shell environment, which is also a web-based command line interface. We have a cloud SDK, which is a which is a local-based command line interface. So we have three interfaces to interact with the GCP services. One is console, cloud shell, and cloud SDK. And in our upcoming sessions, we will see what is the difference between each of them and how to use these interfaces to interact with the GCP services. And then I will tell you the console walkthrough. Here, I am going to talk about how to create a free tier account in the GCP because Google Cloud Platform is giving you free tier account for 90 days, guys. So we can create free trial account. This trial account is having 90 days validity with $300 in credit. So this is more than enough for you to utilize to practice the sessions. Okay, so we are going to do all of these activities in the Google Cloud Platform only. So Google Cloud Platform is providing a free trial. So you can create a free trial account. I will tell you how to create a free trial account in upcoming sessions. This trial account validity is 90 days, $300. So I'm going to tell you how to set up a free trial account in the console walkthrough. And after that, once you set up your account, I'm going to tell you how to do the project setup and how to enable the APIs and billing, how to manage the billing also I'm going to talk about here. Okay, so in a console walkthrough, we will see how to create a free tier account and how to set up the project, how to enable the billing and how to enable the API, how to manage the billing. All of these details we are going to see. Okay, and after that, we must understand the GCP locations, what is regions, what is zones, and how which is very important for us to whenever we are deploying a application or whenever creating a resource in the GCP, how best we can select the region and zone and how it affects the latency, how it affects the network latency as well as the availability of that particular resource. We will see in our upcoming sessions in a GCP locations. So what is a region? What is a zones? How to select that region and zone? What is the importance if you don't select a proper region and zone? What will happen? And after that, in Google Cloud Platform, if you wanted to take care of the access controls or you are working on a project and you need to take care of access control to your developers. So if you wanted to take care of access control to your data as well as the resources as well as for your developers. So all the things can be done in the IAM only. We can do with help of the identities. We will understand what is identities, what is roles, what is policy, and what is resource hierarchy. So all of these details we are going to see in the IAM and admin. Okay, so we will be working on cloud overview and what is Google Cloud Platform and GCP interfaces, console walkthrough, GCP locations, IAM and admin. And also these are all very detailed we are going to discuss and the module 7 is for you to get some idea. It is not covered very clearly because this is not required for you. It is what is VM, what is Google Kubernetes engine, what is app engine, what is cloud functions to get some idea. So this is not fully covered. It is only the definition point of view. So to get some idea, we are going to cover definition point of view. Okay, this is only definition point of view. Okay, but all other things are very important for you. These are all called as a cloud basics. So definition point of view, I would say here also you can make out of it. Here also we are covering this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. All of these topics in a very detail. You are going to get some idea because you need to have the cloud basics if you wanted to work in the Google Cloud Platform. Not only in the Google Cloud Platform, sir. If you go and work in the AWS also, these basics are very important again. These basics are same in the every other cloud platform. You are working in AWS also, the basics are same. Okay, so that is the reason I mentioned it as a cloud basics. Once we have completed, that's where we are entering into the data engineering services. So that's where we are entering into the data engineering services. So if I wanted to become a data engineer, we must focus on these data engineering services. So first, if I take a data, so data will be categorized into unstructured data, semi-structured data, and structured data. So for unstructured data in Google Cloud Platform, you have a GCS. For semi-structured data, for OLTP and OLAP, we have a big table. For structured data OLTP, we have a Cloud SQL. For unstructured data, for OLAP data, nothing but online analytical processing data, you have a BigQuery. Okay, so you see here, guys, the service 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 4 services for the data and storage. Nothing but a storage and database services we are going to cover. First 4 services here. We are going to start with Google Cloud Storage, Bigtable, Cloud SQL, and BigQuery. 4 services are covered here. And next, sir, I wanted to create the data pipelines. Sir, I wanted to create the Spark and Hadoop pipelines, Spark and Hadoop jobs. Sir, I wanted to learn the Python. I wanted to learn the PySpark. I'm going to teach here Python and PySpark. So that is where you are going to learn about the data proc. Spark with Python we are going to learn is also called as a PySpark. Yes or no, guys? Spark with Python is also called as a PySpark. In our upcoming sessions, we are going to cover how to create the PySpark jobs, how to create a batch jobs as well as streaming jobs with the Python in the data proc. Okay, what is the data proc, sir? Data proc is one of the fully managed service for running the Spark and Hadoop jobs. Here we are going to see end-to-end PySpark jobs, how to create it and how to submit it to the data proc. We are going to see here. We will also learn 2 things. One is Python. We are all learning. I'm teaching you the Python crash course. Python crash course for 5 to 6 hours. And then we are going to see PySpark, which is also again 5 to 6 hours. Okay, so these 2 things is an added advantage to you. We are learning the Python crash course. We are also learning the PySpark. Okay, and after that, I am teaching you how to create a beam pipelines in Google Cloud Platform. We have a data flow where we are going to create the data flow pipelines using the Apache Beam and Python, which is again very important. So here, that is the reason Python. I am teaching the Python is because Python is very much used nowadays for the data engineers. So here also you are using Python. Here also you are using Python. In the Airflow also comes. There also you will be using the Python only. Okay, so Python I'm going to cover it as a crash course, guys. And next, sir, I wanted to create a pipelines which are code free. Without writing any code, also you can create the pipelines. That is data fusion. With the help of the data fusion, without writing any code, you can also create the pipelines, data pipelines. So this is all of these. Again, here 5, 6, and 7 services. And next, we have a workflow orchestration tool. We are going to cover about Airflow or Composer. Both are same. That is our 8th service. So here also we are covering 4 services. Okay, so for creating the data pipelines and doing the workflow orchestration, we are again data proc, data flow, data fusion, and Airflow. These are all 4 services we are covering. And the next thing is that infrastructure provisioning tool, streaming data ingestion tool, and event-based solution. So all of these things. 1 minute, guys. I don't know why this is came at the beginning like this. not sure it came, or I will try to remove it. That's not required. Yeah, look at here, guys. So we are also covering streaming data ingestion tool. Okay, which is very important. So if you wanted to work with the streaming data ingestion tool, we are covering the PubSub. And event-based solution, cloud functions, we are also covering the cloud functions. And this is a one more complementary topic, that is Terraform. Nowadays, for some data engineers working on Terraform for creating the resources. So this is a complementary product, that is Terraform. So here we are covering the services totally. Okay, PubSub, cloud functions, and Terraform. Terraform is a complementary project. So the complementary things I will try to tell you guys. Okay, so as a complementary, we are covering Linux basics, which take 1 hour. 1 hour. And we are covering the Python crash course, which is a complementary only for you again, Python crash, which takes actually 5 to 6 hours for sure. 5 to 6 hours for sure. And again, Terraform take 1 day again for creating the resources, again Terraform. So this is almost 8 hours, 8+ hours is for complementary things. Okay, so this is how it is. In addition to all of these tools, I'm telling you, in addition to all of these tools, we are covering the Terraform, streaming data ingestion tool, and event-based solution, that is cloud function. So total here we are covering the 3 services: 1 PubSub, 1 cloud functions, 1 Terraform. So 3. So now tell me guys, how many services so far totally? How many services guys total so far? If you guys look at here, if you ask me, so it is more than 10 guys. So you can see here. So the cloud basics I'm covering. Okay, cloud basics. This cloud basics itself, it will take 7 hours. Okay, and every module we are going to cover here. And after that, here we have 4. Sorry, here we have 4. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3. How many, sir? Total 11 services, 11 data engineering services. Okay, I'm going to just name it what we are going to cover, so that someone will ask, should not ask me the questions related to it. So total data engineering, sir. Sir, first we are going to cover the cloud basics. Okay, so cloud basics usually takes 7 to 8 hours. I am going to give you a very clear idea of what are we are going to cover, how much time it is going to be taking. Look at here, guys. So first we are going to cover cloud basics. Okay, in the cloud basics, we are going to cover GCP introduction, all about GCP, sir, all about GCP and cloud. Okay, introduction, all about GCP and cloud. And next, GCP interfaces and GCP locations and GCP IAM and admin. So these are the 4, and we will also have a console walkthrough. GCP console walkthrough. GCP walkthrough, I would say, not console. I would say just GCP walkthrough, because where we set up the project, we understand every important aspect of it. So this is what is very important. Okay, so these are the 5 modules that we are going to cover. Okay, and in addition to that, GCP compute options. Some idea of the compute options. So these things will take 7 to 8 hours. Once this is completed, okay. So in between, I will once this is completed, is my voice. So that is the reason I will come here and teach. Okay, yeah. So we will be covering GCP basics. Okay, so we will be covering GCP basics, guys. There, GCP introduction, GCP interfaces, GCP walkthrough, and GCP locations and GCP admin. Okay, and GCP compute. So these are the things that we are going to cover. Sir. First thing, compute option. So these are something that we are going to cover. And after that, we will be entering into the basic concepts of Linux. I will be talking about Linux basics. Okay, after this one, I will talk about Linux basics. So here we will be covering 7 to 8 hours. It will take 7 to 8 hours. And this will take 1 hour. Okay, this will take 1 hour. And after that, I will be covering data engineering tools, GCP, data engineering tools, GCP data engineering tools or service. Here also we will be having Python also. Python crash, we will be covering around 6 to 7 hours. I would just mention only 6 hours for now. So this is how you will be having 6 again here, 1 hours. Okay, data engineering tools. In data engineering, we will be covering, can you guys name it? GCS, Big Table, again BigQuery, sorry, Cloud SQL, BigQuery, and Dataproc, Dataflow, Data Fusion, Airflow, Observe, one more is Cloud Functions, and Terraform. Okay, so these all take a lot of time, guys. So this is how we are. This is our course content, guys. In a topic wise, I mean the service wise, we are going to cover here. So this will take a GCS, Google Cloud Storage will take around 2 hours. Bigtable, we will be covering Bigtable at the end. It is a part of one thing. So I would just say 30 minutes. We don't cover much on the Bigtable because we are not working. Again, the Cloud SQL will take 3 hours. BigQuery take a lot of time because very important. So we will be mainly focusing on the services which are very important for us. The BigQuery will take 5 to 6 hours, I would say. Okay, 5 to 6 hours. And Dataproc also will take 6 hours. Here we are learning the PySpark, guys. In the Dataproc, we are learning the PySpark. Okay, PySpark development. And here again, Dataflow will take 5 hours. Here we are learning the Beam pipelines, Beam development. Okay, and here data fusion is like 1 hour. Okay, because it is a pipelines you are going to create it with the help of the UI. So this is 1 hour only. And airflow, we will be covering like 4 to 5 hours. I would just mention 4 hours. Okay. And again, here we are learning the DAG creations. So some people having, sir, are we creating the DAGs or not? So here we are learning about, so we are having almost 5 DAGs. We are going to cover 5 DAGs here. And PubSub is like 1 hour. Because in PubSub, we are going to cover ingestion pipeline here. So one ingestion, streaming data ingestion pipeline will be covered here. Batch data ingestion pipeline will be covered here. And cloud functions is like 2 hours. Terraform is 1 hour. Okay, so this is how, this is the entire topics that we are going to cover, guys. Okay, so 2 plus 3, 5 plus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 26, 27, 28. So almost here we will be covering 28, 30 hours. Okay, here we will be covering 30 hours. In the data engineering, 30 hours will be there. And here you will be having 7 hours. This is not actually 7 to 8 hours, it's hardly 7 hours because even covering the demos are 7 hours. And here we will be having 1 plus 6. So this is our course curriculum, sir. So this entire thing 30 plus 37, 45 hours actually will take. So 45 hours is nothing but our 2 months. So we will be completing our entire course in the 2 months. So this is the 2 months plan, sir. So this is our 2 months plan. So this is a 2 months plan. All the projects are covered here only. So when we are covering the data projects are nothing but a data pipeline. So end-to-end pipeline is here, two end-to-end pipelines, and you have a BigQuery case studies and pipelines. So case studies and the project and data flow again end-to-end pipeline. Okay, end-to-end pipeline. I will show you guys. Don't worry about it. I will show you. I have separate material. You have again end-to-end pipeline. So when I say end-to-end pipeline, so we are using the Jupyter notebooks and we will be connecting it to the data prod for submitting the jobs and running the jobs. Everything, learning also. Okay. You can use, I will also tell you idea also, Visual Studio Code. We are using that. Okay. Yeah. That is also we will use. That is also we will use. Here it is. Okay, so all methods I will tell you. Don't worry, I will show you in my notes so that you will get to know more method. Okay, yeah. So here also we will be having end-to-end pipeline. Here we have like four orchestrating pipelines. So these are very, very important. This is where you can think this is a project only. So these four are nothing but your project only because these are the orchestration. So end to end, for orchestration by using this one, by using this one, by using this one, and PubSub. Streaming pipeline will all come here. We will be having a batch pipeline here, and we will be having a streaming pipeline here. Okay, streaming pipeline here. And PubSub is cover cloud functions. You are having two case studies. And here also in BigQuery also you have two case studies. Okay, Terraform. We are creating the resources with the help of the Terraform, like two scenarios. I would say. Two scenarios. If I wanted to create the resources, we will be covering the two scenarios here. So Cloud SQL, we have a data migration project. Here, data migration. So how do we do the data migration? Here we have a data migration pipeline. So we have to create a data migration. So from MySQL to the Cloud SQL, we are doing the data migration project. So all of these things are projects only. And Google Cloud Storage, you don't, because it is a storage layer. Bigtable, we don't worry much because Bigtable is not heavily used nowadays. So this is how all of these things we are going to cover here. So these are all the things we are going to cover. Okay, so this is our month's plan. Let me go to my notes. I'll show you how my comprehensive material looks like. Okay, I will show you how our comprehensive material looks like, and I will talk about the course details in some. So this is my comprehensive material, guys. So here you will be having everything. I will share you the access to my notes, and this is a where you will be. I will share you the link, so everything in one shot itself. I don't need to share it one by one because this is a notebook. And if I share you the just link, you'll be able to access everything here. So this is I will share it with you once we have completed the enrollments. So again, you have a detailed course content for each and every module. Detailed course content for each and every module, GCP interfaces, locations, admin, and each and every course content, detailed course content for each and every data engineering tool, Bigtable, BigQuery. So detailed course content for each and every topic. And so I wanted to talk about it. And also providing resume templates, data engineering introduction. So resume templates are, this is, as I already told you, this is more of a job oriented program. So that's the reason I'm providing that you can prepare your resume accordingly. You can just copy paste it. That's more than. And if you are going for an interview, how do you tell your introduction? How do you tell about your project one? How do you tell about the project two? Explanation with the arc diagram I have mentioned here, which is to give you some idea that so this is what you have to explain. sir, if you go for an interview, this is my name is Shaik Saidhul. I have total 8+ years of experience into the data engineering field. I completed my master's degree from Institute of Technology, the Tiruchirappalli. I have total this many years of experience. Currently, I'm working in a Google Cloud platform from last 3 years. So this is you have to. They will ask you to explain the project. You say we are working on a BigQuery Lake project where we get the data from multiple data sources. So all project one with an architecture diagram, with the project two an architecture diagram, and again, so this is a bonus for you guys. I'm telling you. So I am providing you the data engineering questions. These data engineering theoretical questions will give you, if they're asking 10 theoretical questions, out of 8 from this notes only. Okay, each and every question that I have streamlined according to the interviews. Okay, from the interview experience only, I have pasted here the questions, guys. So I am telling you, go to this one, and this gives you almost a very good confidence before going to the interview. Okay, I ask you this question straight away. When you say Google Cloud Platform, what are the services that you have worked in GCP? Okay, you can mention like this. Again, commonly asked SQL questions are nowadays they are asking these questions, SQL questions and Python questions. I have created the SQL and Python questions for you. These are all the questions from the interviews only. Even nowadays, also I'm attending the interviews for helping some students to get the job. Those questions only I'm pasting here. I'm not copying it from any internet. These are the questions and answer from the interviews only. Okay, so these questions and answers, I am telling you guys before going for interview. If you are looking at these questions, you are missing something for sure. Go and study these questions, then only you go for the interview. These 4 modules for resume, for creating your resume, interview introduction, for telling you how to tell the introduction. These are the questions that may ask after that. So for next 30 hours, 30 minutes of time, they're gonna ask you questions, right? So those questions and answers are here only. And for those people who are going for the certification, we have the certification dumps also here. For those people who are going for the professional data engineering certification and associate cloud engineering certification, we have certifications here. Okay, so all of these things are here. Again, for everything we have a material, guys. For every topic that I am going to, we have a material separately. Okay, so Google for platform, and after that you have a account creation. I'm telling you how to create an account later. So I will tell you how to install the SDK and how we are going to work with SDK. I will tell you. Okay, so someone was asking, sir, how to work with SDK also, right? So we are going. I will tell you how to install the SDK, how to connect it to your account from the SDK. And after that, we will see how best we can able to run the pipelines from the SDK also. And Linux basics, as I told you, we have the Linux basics here. Python crash course material is here. So once you double for every notebook you have it here, you can just double click on it. Just double click on it. Your notebook is opened here. Okay. So what is Python? So Python, what are we going to cover in the Python chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4? Chapter 1, basics, data types and data structures, Python programming, if else loops, exceptional handling, file input, output operations, and functions. Everything we are going to cover, which are required for the Python data engineers. And after that, we will enter into the GCS, Google Cloud Storage. What is Google Cloud Storage? How to work with the Google Cloud Storage? Console wise, Cloud Shell wise. Cloud SQL. What is Cloud SQL? Connecting it to the Cloud SQL. Data migration with Cloud SQL. For data migration, we need to have virtual machine, sample data, assignment. And again, BigQuery. What is BigQuery? What is the architecture of the query? What can do in the BigQuery? Working with the BigQuery. Okay, different ways of creating the table. Someone was asking, sir, can we create the table from the shell, Cloud Shell? Can we create the tables? Someone asked me, sir, are we doing creating the tables from the SDK? Yes, of course. So this is all we are doing. SDK also we are using. So it is not that SDK also very important. And optimization techniques like partitioning and clustering, nested and repeated fields, views, assignments, case study 1, case study 2. As I told, 2 case studies. Okay, BigQuery is completed. Dataproc. Introduction to the Hadoop. I'll be starting from the Hadoop. What is Hadoop? And what is Spark? Hadoop versus Spark. Spark was not reduced. What is PySpark? What is Spark? Spark architecture, Spark ecosystem, all of these things. What is PySpark? and what is data proc, and how to create the single node cluster, multi-node cluster in the data proxy jobs. How to in the Jupyter we are going to work with the Jupyter Lab, we are going to work with PySpark. So how to create a PySpark and writing the data frames, transformations, all of these things are here. And for everything you have already the lab notes created, guys, for you. For each and everything you have a lab notes you have here. And case study one, which is a very important case study. I'm telling you, this is a very important case study. Okay, you have the case study notes, PPTs. This is one of the part-time job I have worked for one of the company. And case study two, assignment one, assignment two, end-to-end pipeline. And if you wanted to know more about the Spark, you have everything here. Okay, then data flow. What is data flow? Apache Spark versus data flow, as well as data flow versus data proc, lab sessions, template method of creating the pipelines, end-to-end streaming pipeline. Okay, these are all notebooks available for you. Python files are available for you guys. If you double click on it, you will be able to download it. I will show you afterwards. What is PubSub, how to work with PubSub. Airflow, as I told you, Airflow is Airflow, architecture of Airflow, is a DAG, how to create a DAG, cron job format. Examples for the cron job format, they may ask in the interviews, these things, guys. Level 1 DAG, level 2 DAG, level 3 DAG, level 4 DAG, level 5 DAG. Total 5 DAGs. I told you 5 orchestrating pipelines we are covering, right? So all of this. Level 1 DAG for the GCS to the BigQuery. Level 2 DAG for running the data proc jobs. Level 3 DAG for the data flow jobs. Level 4 DAG for the parent and child jobs. And level 5 for assignment. This is an assignment for you from Cloud SQL, nothing but my to the GCS, GCS to the BigQuery, BigQuery to the insight table in the BigQuery again. So these are all. And data fusion. So what is data fusion and how to create the pipelines using the data fusion end-to-end pipeline is here. Okay, cloud functions. What cloud function? Cloud function one, case scenario one, and scenario two. Two scenarios, including the code also available. For everything, everything is already available, guys. I'm going to explain you how we are going to create each and everything with very detailed in the Python and programming, PySpark programming and Beam programming. Okay, and after that, we have a Terraform final topic, Terraform codes, Terraform architecture. What we call it, a life cycle. So this is all about this one. We are going to cover the Terraform. And final 1 hour session, I forgot to tell you, we will be having a final 1 hour session, which is a 1 hour session. 1 hour session is for you guys to help you how to prepare the resume, how to prepare for the interview, interview ready, and how to prepare for the certification. Okay, certification and how to explain in the interview. So interview process I will explain and how you can able to best to utilize the interviews, because I am telling you this course, my course will give you 30 interviews. Okay, I am giving you the knowledge required. So try to understand this point, guys. This course will give you knowledge for 3 years. If a guy who worked on Google Cloud Platform for 3 years, who is having the knowledge, who gets a knowledge, that amount of knowledge you are going to get it. So you can put in your resume last 3 years as a GCP data engineer. Okay, so that particular when you put a resume, so that is 30 interviews. And I am giving you the knowledge here, 3 years of experience knowledge I am giving you here, not just the knowledge and all the knowledge plus practical things I am going to give you. Practical things. All the knowledge plus practicals I am giving you, you are going to come up with 30 interviews. You are going to face 30 interviews. For sure, 30 plus interviews this course gives you. I'm telling you. And this is not me. If you put your resume into the Naukri, at least 30 interviews you are going to schedule. Because you are having a very good demand in the Google Cloud platforms, having a very good demand. So GCP data engineers are nowadays having a very good demand. At least 30 interviews. Okay, so if you are not able to get the job, it's on you only. If you are not able to get a job, it's on you. So getting the job is in your hands. Getting the job is in your hands, guys. I'm telling you, because I am giving knowledge plus practicals for the 3 years experience guy, and the course gives you 30 plus interviews, and getting the job is on you. If you're not able to get the job, that means you are not taking the course seriously. If you take the course seriously, within 3 months, you will land on a job. That's it. If you are taking the course seriously, 2 months for the course, 1 month for the interview, within 3 months you should be able to join in the job. If you take 3 months, some people take 3.5 months. That's it, not more than that. Okay, so this is what is all about my course, guys. If anyone have any questions, you can ask me now. So anyone have any questions related to the course? So the course fee, okay, 1 minute, I forgot to tell you guys few things. Okay, so as I told you, course details. Duration is 45 hours, nothing but 2 months. Daily 1 hour, Monday to Friday. We are having a live sessions only, guys. I will be coming and I will be teaching, and I want you guys to follow attend the live session only. Don't forget to miss the live sessions. Don't go for recordings also, but still we providing you the recordings also. But I suggest you to come live sessions and ask me the questions as much as possible. Comprehensive material, I just told you, right? The comprehensive material, I'm going to share it with you. Assignments, we will be having assignments. If you look at all or not, I'm not sure, but there is, for each and every topic, there is an assignments. If you want, I'll show you guys. For example, look at here. For this topic, you look at here. For Google Cloud Storage, if you see here, you have a for everything, for every GCS. And Cloud SQL will be having assignments. BigQuery will be having assignments. And data proc you will be having assignments, data flow you will be having an assignments, everywhere you will be having assignments, I'm telling you. So even airflow also, terraform also, I will give you. So everywhere you will be having assignments, and real-time projects and case studies and scenarios, and interview questions, as I promised, certification dumps as we promised, resume assistance, nothing but resume templates we are following. So all of these things, and the prerequisite for this course is that SQL. So all of these details on with you guys, I'm telling you, if I share you the comprehensive material, you are going to get everything in one place. You don't need to go and you don't need to open any PDF, that PDF, the PDF, nothing is required. I'm telling you, everything is there in the notes only. Okay, so we have streamlined like that. And the prerequisite is that you need to have a knowledge on SQL. You need to now have a knowledge on SQL. So that is the important aspect, guys. I'm telling you. The important thing is that getting the streaming knowledge, sorry, SQL knowledge. So that is important. Familiarity with the SQL. And after that, so this target audience, whoever you are, whether you are a data engineer, data scientist, software engineer, developer, tester, you are, sir, if you wanted to go for a GCP data engineering job, or if you're planning for AS and professional data engineering certifications, this course is for you. Okay, whether you are aspiring data engineer coming from IT or non-IT, mechanical background, production background, testing background, mainframe background, tester, ETL developer, database developer, SQL developer, whoever you are, I'm telling you, this course is for you to get the job within 3 months. Okay, so this is what it is, guys. And so this is the end slide. Here we have thank you. Now, if you guys have any questions, please raise your hand, guys. I think I have given you very detailed things that we are going to cover. Even with the timings also, I have told you. If anyone have any questions, please raise your hand so that I will go one by one. Raise your hand. Don't ask directly, because we may. I just wanted to see who is asking so that we can able to best have an interactive session. This is more of an interactive only. So yes, Ranjit, you have any question? Yes, please. No. So this is more than enough to get the job and work to get the work experience. This is more than enough. When I am covering the services, you will get to know that. So your mindset will be changed at that point of time, because this is more. Everywhere you will be having the case scenarios, case studies, and projects, end-to-end pipelines. So everywhere we will be having. And when we are covering the service, you will get to know more. Because if I tell you also, you may not be able to understand. But when we are covering that, you will get to know more.
Hi, sir. This is Nagendrababu. Good morning, sir.
Please, Nagendra, wait a minute, okay? If you have any questions, raise your hand. I will ask you, okay? Yeah. Yes, Ranjit. Any other questions? Plenty of the people are telling you for which this course, plenty of the people have got already placed. Even I placed plenty of the people. This course is more than enough, telling you. more than enough for you to get the job. If you don't trust me, just create a fake resume, put it in the Naukri. If you are getting the calls, only join the course. Okay, so by you have the until Monday, we will be having demo sessions only. What you do is that just prepare a dummy resume, put it in the Naukri, and again, if you are getting the calls only, at least 5 calls. If you get only, attend the job, attend the course. If you're not getting the 5 calls, don't attend this course. So that's what I will tell you guys, because knowledge is on me. I will share you the knowledge. Effort is on you. Jobs on the Naukri. Okay, these are the three things. Okay, yeah. Yes, Nagendra.
Sir, I am the fresher candidate, sir. BTech
Okay,
2020 completed.
okay.
So can I eligible
You are
to?
eligible. So whoever you are, if you wanted to go for the job, I'm telling you, this is a very, very good course. Don't trust me. Wait for 3 months and attend this course. 3 months is just every day 1 hour, right? Every
Can
day
I
1 hour, and
can I
put
put
one more hour for the
fake
effort. Every
experience?
day 2 hours. By looking at the 3 years, 3 months, you will be completing the job, and you can also go for the interviews. Okay, yeah.
Can I put a fake experience to this course?
That I cannot be able to comment on it here for the fake experiences or something. You are the best person to take a call on that. I know you already know about how to take care of it. Okay, so you take care of that. Yeah.
I know about Java and like some basic knowledge on that one. So
Yes, wait, wait,
can I
wait.
survive
One
it?
at a time. So I'll be asking you, Ranjit. I have given you the time. Okay. So I will come back to you. If you still have the questions, I will come back to you. Yes, Nagendra. So if you have a Java experience or a Python experience or whoever having any other experience, so you can just go for this job. The main thing is that if you know the SQL, all other things will be covered in the sessions. Okay. Basic knowledge on
Okay,
the SQL,
SQL.
all other questions will be covered in the sessions only. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, Arjun, Malli Arjun. Okay. 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 And okay. 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 So this is what Arjun. So I'll tell you, Arjun. So okay. Okay. So that's what I'm telling you guys. So I'm telling you, you have 14 years of experience, but in my previous sessions, I have seen even a person who is having 17 years of experience, whose job was in a jeopardizing situation. It's because of some situation like the market down and all of those things. He was working in some other IT background, different background. I'm telling you. Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna tell you all about that. So if you have any years of experience, some other guy is also asking about the experience. If you have any years of experience, no one is stopping you to get the job. The only thing is that you need to put the effort. So this guy or this guy and this guy. No, no, wait a minute. Okay, just wait a minute. I will tell you all the things. Okay, just tell. I'll tell you all the things. Wait a minute. Okay, so whether you are, I just we need to generalize the question. Okay, so you have a question, so we will generalize the question. So whether you are having a 7 years of experience, or a 14 years of experience, or a 10 years of experience, or a 17 years of experience, the knowledge that you are going to get is 3 years of knowledge with this course. Okay. So when you prepare your resume in such a way that last 3 years on GCP data engineer. Second thing is that when you are going for that 7 years, 5 years, 3 years, guys. So, sorry, even this course is for 2 years also, very eligible to get the job. So whether you are anyone. So when you go for an interview, the questions will be on development questions. Okay, and they will ask you, have you built any solution, have you built any end-to-end pipelines? So all of those pipelines we have created, and we are covering that as a project here, and case studies and scenarios. The same questions whatever you say, because GCP is no, if you just tell him that this is what we have done and that we have not done, so such that you can able to easily tell them, and they are going to ask you the questions related to the each and every service that you mentioned in the resume. So they're going to ask you the questions related to that. Once you are provided with the answers properly, so that's where the interview will be done. So you don't need to worry about the questions they are asking, because I'm telling you the theoretical questions that I have given, the practical questions, those are more than enough for you to crack the job. You don't need to actually work for a long hours to get the job for this particular course, because very, very demanding. And one more thing about the salaries, sir, for the 5 years of guy who is working on with the 5 years in Accenture, that guy is actually earning 12 LPA. Now he is having four offer letters. The highest package was 27 LPA. Okay, so all the way from the 12 LPA with the same course is actually my friend only. Okay, I only taught him the course in the last to last session. He was my friend, and he is now in the notice period. In a 3 months, in the he is about to complete his notice period. Now he is already have four offer letters. One more is also in the pipeline. So the highest package is 27 LPA. So you have a very good demand. I'm telling you, you can even go double the package, triple the package also with this course, because GCP data engineers are the highly paid job currently at this point of, because you have a very good opportunities. When you have a lot of opportunities, you have a very good demand. So you can demand for high packages with only for 20, 12 LPA to 27 is very huge. So with your experience, 7 years, 14 years with your experience, you might be already having 20 plus package. So you can even go plus 30 plus 40 plus also. One of the guy who got placed in one of the company called Engineum, and his actually he was 12 years of experience. His package already 31 LPA. Okay, I supported him. Now he is getting almost 44 with including the variable pay. Including the variable, he is getting 44. Okay, so this course gives you this. He was stagnant in that position. So that is what people do. So, sir, I am doing one job. I got stagnant at my position. I couldn't able to learn something. I can't learn any tool. But even though I'm learning, there is no job opportunity. So this course gives you, you can move out of your the stagnant position. You can learn some course and you can go for the job, because when you wanted to go for job, if you wanted to learn some course, you need to have opportunities outside. If you don't have opportunities, learning some course is waste of time. Okay, but this course gives you at least 30 interviews. Okay, so that is how my friend got actually attended more than 20 plus interviews so far. He's again having one more round, because in Accenture you have a 3 months period. When you have a 3 months notice period, no one will call you. HR don't call you, but still he attended, managed to attend the 20 plus interviews. Now in the last time also he will be having more than few more interviews also. Okay, so this is how it works. Don't worry about the package, it is a highly demanding skill. Don't worry about the knowledge. I will be sharing you the good knowledge, projects, case studies, everything. Okay, so this is how it is. Yeah. And yes, Ranjit, you were asking some question. Okay, correct. So I will talk about this Azure guys. Some people having a wrong impression on the GCP. I will tell you this one. See what happens with the Azure, because AWS, Azure, GCP. If we I have to compare, sorry, GCP. If I have to compare, I compare. I don't compare it whether they have a good brand, whether they have a good market or not. I compare it in perspective that. So I am coming from some background. I wanted to learn some course and I wanted to get the job. That is my look at the brands. Okay, that is what is my take on it. Okay, I don't worry about whether the AWS is having a very good market and they give me a high package. No, don't think about that. Okay, see here, look at this one. AWS is a established market and Azure is a established market. Yes or no? Yes or no? Right. So what happens here is that, like you, 5 years before, few of the candidates might have learned AWS and Azure. Now they are skilled. Now they are skilled. And now you are learning the same course. You are learning the same AWS and Azure. You are learning the same course, and you are again attempting the job. Now tell me whom you are competing with. Whom you are competing with for the job. These skilled persons you are competing with, yes or no? So when you are attempting to get the job for a skilled person, what are the chances of getting the job? Very less. But look at the GCP. So people will be having this wrong impression. So people will be having a other mindset that AWS is a very good market, Azure is a very good market. So I go for the job and I get the job. So that's where thousands of the people will go for AWS and Azure, and they attend the course and they don't get the job. Again, they will be working in their stagnant positions only. But for the GCP is different, because GCP is just only 4 years old. I am the person having 3.5 years. I am the maximum person. You don't get a person who is having 4 years of experience. Okay, it is just available from the 3 4 years. And getting a person who is already having 3+ years of experience is very hard in the GCP. Okay. Now tell me, guys, if you are learning some codes, are you competing with the new people or the experienced people here? We are competing with the new people. Getting the job is very high. Okay, so the catch is this one. We take this catch and we try to go for that. That is the reason. Yesterday also I have shared in my resume. One of the guy was looking for a job. He is having 7 positions in his company only for the GCP data engineer. Go for Lloyd. They are actually creating an entire almost of 200 plus member of GCP data engineers. They are looking for only Lloyd's company. They are in Hyderabad. They are recruiting almost 200 plus members. Tech Mahindra, LTI Mindtree, Lloyd's, Ford, as well as Capgemini, and there are these are the companies. Altimetric, Chennai. So these are the companies are like almost 15 to 20 companies. If you put your resume, they call you. If you put your resume today, they will call you tomorrow itself. Because these are the companies. Lawyer itself, it is 200 members they need, and out of 200 members, in my last previous batch, almost 2 to 3 members. Ultimately, my students got placed almost 7 members. Okay, my brother, who is my cousin brother, who is working in Ultimatic with very good package. He was working in a networking background with 50,000 per month. Now he's earning like more than 1 lakh. Okay, where is 40,000? Where is 1 lakh? Look at here. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, so GCP will give you job for sure if you put effort, because you are not competing with the skilled persons. You are competing with the persons who are learning the course only. Like you, whoever is learning the course, you are competing with them only. Getting the job is comparatively very easy. So that is the our take on it, guys. So look at this one and try to take a proper call. Within 3 to 3.5 months, job is with you. So if you focus properly, if you plan properly, so 12,000 of money or 15,000 of money you are spending on some courses. You spend the same amount, but if you go for AWS, they will ask you for 20,000, 25,000 only also. But this course we are providing like 15,000, 12,000 only, 15,000 only. So what we are going to do is that if you are going, I'm telling you, your money is tripled 4 times you are getting in a one single month itself. Okay, so that is how. Take a call on it. If you still have any questions, you can ask me, guys. It's almost 9:10. It's my breakfast time. So if anyone have any questions, you can ask me. Let us take it, guys. No, I'm working. I'm working. As I told you, I'm working. I'm working 2 companies. I'm working full time at Quantech and consultant at Databricks. I'm a Databricks solution consultant. Okay. Yeah. I'm a corporate trainer. Yeah. Very good package. I'm telling you, it totally depends on your current package. I'm telling you, if your package is X, you can go 2X, 3X. In a simple words, if I have to say. Okay. You can go for 35, 40, nearly 40. You can go less than. anything. That's what you attend my course after 2 months. You tell me whether you are able to crack the interview or not. You only call me. And not that's not a problem. Don't worry about the designation. That is all. That is all. And I'm telling you, sir. I have one of my what we call B pharmacy student. One of the girl B pharmacy student. Simple example. I will say here her designation will be like what we call sales analyst. So analyst will be sales analyst. Okay, sales. She will be working in a sales, so they will get as a sales analyst. Okay, so now look at here. Sales analyst. Now she is a data engineer in the GCP. Do you think is it possible? So I told her only one thing. You are a sales analyst. You tell you are working in a sales department as a data analyst. Okay, so some people will be software engineer. You tell them that in my company, our roles are like engineer only, junior engineer, senior engineer only. But way we work is that data engineering. Some company will be having senior analyst. They are again considered. So you don't worry about the roles. Whatever the role it is, I'm telling you, you can just say that. So the department is that, but we are working as a data engineers in that company. Okay, so that is how you manage it. No one go to the company and no one do the verification that this guy worked on that project, that guy worked on. The company is not ready to disclose those information. Okay, no one will check like that. They will only check that guy worked in that company or not. They will only check that. Okay, yeah. Anything is fine. So you can say that in my company, we are having a quality department or we are having a data governance or quality department. We were working in that particular. And I'm telling you, you are asking me, but no one will ask you in the interview. No HR will ask you these questions. Okay. So no one will ask you these questions. Yeah. But if you still wanted to give an answer, you tell that. So this is what engineer you say, sir. In my company, we are everyone is an engineer only. So my designation is also an engineer. So, but we the work that we do is data engineering. That's it. End of the story. That's how we say. However, we say, of course, anything, however it is, because that HR or that interviewer who are taking interview, no one will go. BGB also they don't ask you because I have seen people who even managed with the fake experience also. I have seen many, so don't worry about them. They don't ask these questions. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Any questions? Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Pradeep. Yeah. Any other questions? Anyone? Yes, Pradeep. Yes, Ravi. Yes, Ravi. Okay. Okay, so LTM entry, I have got offer letter. I'll tell you about the LTM entry. How the LTM entry works is that in LTM entry you have a GCP department is there actually. I think you're not aware of it or not. In a LTM you have a GCP department where almost 200 plus, not 200. I think at that time it was 70 to 80 only when I was actually getting recruited 1 year before. 70 to 80 GCP data engineer professionals itself it is working in that particular department. So they don't work on projects, but they will work on different activities. So likewise, in every company, you will be having something nowadays as a cloud department. Okay, every company, Lloyd's or Capgemini, Tech Mahindra, Ultimatric, as well as Infosys, Wipro. These are all companies having a cloud department. So where for GCP itself, they are working multiple people nowadays. So if you wanted to switch background from your current background to the GCP, if you wanted to get a job in that particular in your own company, you can get it one thing. Or you wanted to go out of the company and you wanted to try for companies also very easy. Okay, both options are available to you. Yeah, both are. Correct. Yes, yes. So I'm telling you guys, nowadays, most of the companies, even in the next 2 years, I'm telling you, even more opportunities will be created, even in the US. Correct, correct, correct. So the main agenda is that GCP is very famous for big data. So that is the main agenda, sir, here. GCP, no, online course only I'm doing, guys, currently. Yeah. Because I couldn't even manage the time. Okay, even I have my full-time jobs and consultant and trainings, all of those things. I will tell you at the end of the session, I will tell you how you guys can prepare your resume. Yes. Yes, yes. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you all. I think this is it for today. And we will see a few more things. Tomorrow is going to be the very interesting session to work on how we need the cloud platforms, why we need the cloud platforms, how it came into the picture. We will talk about that. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all. Have a great day. We will meet tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Thank you all.